The Earth's climate is constantly changing. The Natural Resources Defense Council defines climate change as a significant variation of weather conditions, say conditions becoming warmer, wetter, or drier over several decades or more. It is important to note that while climate change and global warming are often used interchangeably, global warming is just one aspect of climate change. As per the annual State of Global Climate Report, 2020 was one of the 3 warmest years on record. The global average temperature was 1.2 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial level. 2010 to 2020 was the warmest decade ever recorded. In 2020, oceans experienced at least one marine heat wave, and in the Siberian Arctic, temperatures were more than 3 degrees Celsius above average. However, the summer of 2020 recorded a drop in sea level, which according to the World Meteorological Organization was due to the La Niña-induced cooling. In India, cyclonic storms are getting stronger, and the monsoon season is becoming more erratic. A report by the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology records that India's average temperature has risen by around 0.7 degrees Celsius during 1901 to 2018. A lack of knowledge and research about climate change often leads to a lot of misconceptions and fake news about it. A popular myth about climate change is that it is a normal occurrence since the Earth's climate is always changing. Part of this is true. The Earth's climate is continuously changing, but the kind of changes that would normally happen over hundreds of thousands of years are happening in decades. This is the result of human activities like burning of coal, oil, and gas to produce energy. Until the industrial era, the Earth's carbon cycle was in balance, but rapid deforestation and the burning of fossil fuels have accelerated the rise of global temperatures. The extent of global warming that is happening now cannot be explained through natural factors alone. According to the State of Climate Change report, emission of greenhouse gases increased in 2019 and 2020, and it will be higher in 2021. Another myth is that climate change isn't real because it is still very cold in the winter season. In 2015, Senator James Inhofe brought a snowball to the Senate floor as an example that the Earth is not warming. This is where the difference between climate and weather comes into play. What the senator brought as proof was an effect of the winter season, whereas climate refers to a region's long-term weather patterns. Although the Earth's poles will see average temperatures rise much more sharply than those near the equator, weather conditions will still vary from place to place, and climate change will not have an equal impact on Earth. Can a specific country alone be responsible for climate change and global warming? Some would answer in the affirmative and cite China as an example. As in 2019 alone, it contributed over 27% of global emissions, the highest amongst other countries, according to the Rhodium Group estimate. But China is also the largest investor in clean and renewable energy. The US, India, and the EU also emit a substantial amount of carbon emissions. Scientists are often accused of making exaggerated claims and manipulating data to show a warming trend. For this to be true, there would have to be a common conspiracy among scientists from around the world. For example, in 2018, a report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change revealed that there might be a breach of the 1.5 degrees Celsius limit of global warming if carbon emissions are not reduced by 2030. However, this report was misquoted and exaggerated to give people an impression that the Earth will be inhabitable by 2030. There is also a fake notion that we are too late to stop global warming, but there is still time to take action on climate change. The technology and systems to achieve net zero carbon emissions are already available. Along with energy companies and governments, every human being has a role to play towards a greener future. Climate change is a global problem, and to make the world a better place to live for future generations, it needs sustainable solutions. There is plenty of misleading information about it. Hence, it is important to read credible sources which are supported by evidence, because the future of our planet and everything else on it is at stake.